Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Random Thoughts. Today, I have a few topics I want to go over that I just randomly thought of over the week, and I thought, hey, let's address it. First off, conversations in general are a two-way street. And what bugs me is that if you have two people and only one person is really talking throughout the conversation and the other one's not contributing, then it's not going to work out. That's what happens to relationships, that happens in meetings, it happens with friends. See, if you can't see or talk to each other 50-50 on the same page, then there might be a falling out, which sucks. Because most relationships are broken off because of that. Most friendships die out because of that. It's a terrible way to go. People need to try hard. Even if you have to fake it, just try hard to add the same amount of energy somebody else is adding to the conversation. It's not that hard, and it's acting. You don't have to enjoy it, but at least pay some respect to the conversation. Add to it. Ask questions also. People like to be asked questions, furthering questions about certain topics they're talking about. If I talk about my day, I would appreciate you asking me furthering questions. It makes me feel like you care. It makes other people feel like they care. I see, for example, men and women, women, when they're talking with women, they're always gossiping, they're always talking, apparently. And men, men with men, they always talk and gossip as well, but they have this, they all have the same topics they like to talk about. Men, sports, TV, and then women, clothing, music, whatever. But then when a man and a woman might be together, it might be a little hard for them to find a connection, in topics. Sometimes movies might help, sometimes music might help. Sometimes actually the same teachers you may have in a class together, which are very easy to talk about. The best way to talk to people is to find somebody that you both might hate or love and just talk about them, because then you'll learn a little bit more about what each person is thinking about so-called person, which is very fun to talk about. It's fun to talk about other people behind their backs because it's the best way to make a connection with new people. But yes, conversations are a two-way street, and I think society really needs to start getting a little bit better with how we talk to people, It's just a little difficult today. Maybe people are on their phones too much, and it's just not easy to do it, person to person. I'm talking to somebody who's better at texting through the phone than talking to me in person. That's just how they are. And that's fine, but at a given point, eventually you need to be able to bring your attitude through texting into real human conversation, person, face-to-face conversation. All right, I'm done with the Dr. Phil spiel. Here's something I was thinking about. I was walking through CVS, and I was walking through the snack aisle, with all the chips, and I noticed that a lot of snacks are turning spicy today. We have spicy Cheetos, spicy Doritos, and we have spicy hard candy. Now, is that going to be the norm from now on, that all snacks are going to go into like this spicy realm? I have a bad feeling we're going to go into spicy drinks. Like, we're going to start drinking hot sauce Coke, which is ridiculous. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't think drinking hot liquid that isn't coffee or tea may not taste so well and might not be good for you. I don't see anybody going to the store, buying a bottle of Frank's hot sauce and just chugging that. That's gross. But it does worry me. I don't know what's going on with the snacks today. I'm just waiting for that spicy Reese's peanut butter cup. That's just what I'm waiting for. I'm anticipating that's going to happen. Reese's has just been going all over with their snacks, doing like different types of combinations. It's crazy. So time will tell how far the spicy factor in our snacks will continue. I say it will go through the roof. It's a sad time we live in, guys. It's a very sad time. I just realized, now that Toys R Us is closed, where are kids going to go? Where are the kids going to go to buy toys? But also, do kids even play with toys anymore? when I was a kid, I always used to play with Power Rangers. I always used to play with Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, I had a big collection of Thomas the Tank Engine toys. They're still upstairs in the attic. I kind of want to go check them out. But I also had a very big collection of Hot Wheels. You know, we were kids, went to the Toys R Us, and we got toys. The Toys R Us for kids was like our holy grail. It was crazy. I remember going to Toys R Us when I was a kid, and it was always packed on the weekends, on Saturday, Fridays, just kids dragging their parents, crying if they didn't want to get their toy, people in the video game section, people in the bike section, girls in the Barbie section, boys in the Hot Wheels section. It was crazy. But now that Toys R Us is closed down, and, kids have kind of evolved into playing more with electronics. Like, when you're 5 years old today, you probably have an iPhone and you're playing Candy Crush. But when I was 5, I was just playing with my Power Ranger toys. It's just crazy to see how we evolved over time. How children have evolved over time. How everything for the kids market has just changed. I don't know if, McDonald's still sells Happy Meals that often. I remember Happy Meals toys were all over the TV when growing up. Every new movie, every new fad that was going on, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, or Star Wars, McDonald's always had these cool Happy Meal toys. And now today, I rarely see any of those commercials. I don't know how often they have new promotional Happy Meal toys anymore. I bet when the new Star Wars movie comes out, yes, they will. But other than that, they don't really do it that often. It's crazy. It's crazy to see how our world is transformed. Now Toys R Us for kids is just Amazon.com. Going to their parents asking, hey, can you get this on Amazon? Boom, they get it on Amazon. There's no more of that pleasure of going to the store, going to Toys R Us, wandering around heaven itself as a kid, and just seeing all the selections, all the joy on every aisle. What you want to play with, of what you want to buy. And it's a shame. Toys are non-existent. I hope Toy Story 4 can address this problem a little bit. I don't see it in the trailer that they may address, kids are buying stuff on Amazon and not playing with toys anymore. But maybe it could be addressed. I don't know. I've noticed it. Other people have noticed it. It's not hard to miss. Okay, let's get away from all this sad stuff. Talk about something a little lighthearted. Beach buds! Beach buds, guys! Beach buds! Alright, so the summer is here. And, well, technically not. It's going to come in June. But it's getting warm outside, and that means people are going to the beach. But that also means people are going to work out more in order to go to the beach because they want to take their shirt off and show off what they're packing. Now, personally for me, I don't have a 6-pack. Hell, I don't even have a 2-pack. But, I'm going to the gym every day, and I'm trying to go for more walks. Because, I want to go to the beach this summer and feel a little bit more confident when I take my shirt off. Everybody wants to feel a little bit more confident when they take their shirt off. Who aren't really in shape. So, what do? You have to get in shape. I'm trying to eat a little bit more healthy now. Maybe, I'm eating some avocados lately, trying to stay away from all the gluten, which is really hard. Gluten is so addicting. And the snacks, because snacking is not healthy, but again, very addicting. It's very hard. Summertime is a very hard time. You want to work out, you want to make your body look good because you want to go outside with your friends to the beach. And you don't want to look like a schlemiel. You want to look proud. But what really confuses me is that when you see people during spring break or in the summer when they're out on the beach and, especially guys, they take off their shirts or whatever and they have this well-toned 6-pack or whatever going on, but they're drinking all this beer. You're just thinking, how can they keep that shape if they're drinking all this beer? It doesn't make sense. Doesn't beer have a lot of yeast? And it just makes you gain weight over time, and they just keep drinking and chugging all this beer. How do they keep fit? To me, that's one of the 7 wonders of the world. How do jack guys who drink so much beer keep fit? I mean, I don't know how often you have to work out in order to counter counteract the beer that you're drinking. But if you're drinking 6 packs, it's a lot of beer, and you may not be able to keep that shape that you got going, that 6 pack, 8 pack on your chest in full swing for the rest of your life. I don't know. It's weird. It confuses me. But you know what? Beach bod, guys. So the summer's here. Time to get into shape so we can take off our shirts and be proud of our motherfucking beach bods. Last thing I want to address before the podcast ends is this. I, for one, don't like to waste time. So in order to do that, I try to cheat my way through things. Now, one of these things I cheat my way through is laundry. So instead of, only doing whites and colors and blacks, I just put everything in together so I can save enough time. My whites don't turn pink like they do, when Spider-Man puts his suit with a bunch of his white clothes and they turn color. Doesn't happen like that. My whites don't turn into different colors, but they do lose their touch of, white. They kind of get a little bit more darker, a little bit more gray. But you know what? That's the cost you got to pay for putting all your clothes together. But it saves time, and I think other people do it too. I mean, there are two methods. You can either separate your clothes into whites, colors, blacks, or whites and colors. I don't know how you do it. We do it here, whites, colors, blacks. Or you just put them all together, in which I do. I put all my clothes together in the laundry. I just feel like it saves enough time. I can save money on bleach, even though bleach isn't that expensive, I think, but I don't need to get it. It just saves me enough time. Plus, I don't have a lot of whites, so I don't want to do another load of laundry of just a small amount of white clothing. It's just a waste of time, in my opinion. But again, that's just me. But I'm actually interested. Comment if you do your laundry all together or separately. I'm actually interested to know how people do their laundry. Not a creepy thing, just an interesting thing, you don't normally talk about. But hey, I'd like to know. But other than that, hey, it's the end of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. There's more to come. And you know what? I'll just see you guys next time on the next episode. Have a great day.